What up, what up? What's going on, fam? This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you've been enjoying your day so far, right? We back continuing our presentation series. I know for a fact you've been the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. You've been creating your own luck because you've been intentional with everything, because you know Earth is a school. Earth has principles, rules, and guidelines that you got to go by so you can level up instead of being stuck in the same grade over and over and over again, right? And most importantly, I know you guys been using these 7 hermetic principles. I've been talking about it every presentation, right? And you also, been learning more about your name, which we're talking about right now, and also learning more about your life path. So if you do need help with your life path number, go back to some of my previous presentation. Once I'll show you how to calculate that. And also, go back to my, previous presentation with your personal life path number or your date of birth number. And, and get those takeaways, because I, set you up with some proper expectations. There's no cookie cutter recipe to life. However, I can give you some proper expectations and some personal takeaways, that you can put in your toolbox just in case you encounter certain situations. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And also, look into your natal chart, astroseek.com. They'll hook you up and they'll give you some additional tools, some guides to put in your toolbox, in regards to self-awareness, knowledge of self-discovery, whatever you want to call it, right? But it's all about, learning more about who you are and why you're here on the planet at this time, and what can you do to get in a great alignment with yourself and with the universe so you can get things cracking, right? So with that being said, it's all about name numerology and what your initials mean to you. And we're covering letters M through O today, right? And so if you're new to the channel, be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate the content, you're more than welcome to drop a thank you. I'll welcome that too. If you love to, donate to the channel, because you're going to learn a lot, okay? The Cash App information is down below, okay? With that, as always, we're going to, jump right into it. Give my, talking points and some takeaways and get you guys out of here. So as always, we know Earth is a school. Now that you know better, you're going to do better, right? And our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons, right? The gain that experience and knowledge for our soul's growth. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? You listen to your mom, you listen to the school, you listen to the pastor, you listen to everybody, but you didn't listen to yourself. It's okay. I was there too, man. And I learned, as a child, to ask more questions. That would, pretty much kept my, my spiritual eye open, and so I can discern wisely, okay? But with that being said, it's never too late to rewrite your story, but you better start now, because the past, present, and future is happening right now. So the things you're doing right now can rewrite your past and also set you up for success or for failure for your future. It's up to you, right? So as you grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, especially using those 7 hermetic principles, you're going to share your knowledge and wisdom with people. You're going to teach people how to help themselves to become their own leader/guru, right? And also, you're going to trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy, all right? And for a fact that everything matters, right? So Earth is a school. Your thoughts, beliefs, words, emotions, and action equal your reality and your results, not your job. So please don't let these people get over on you, okay? And also, we're gonna really, pump this right here. Always, no matter how big or small, the cash flow or income that you got coming in, always pay yourself 10% first. So if you got $1 coming in, you're going to pay yourself 10 cents. If you got $10 coming in, you're going to pay yourself $1. You get it, right? But all people are paying you for your energy, okay? We live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. So all we doing is exchanging energy. And in exchange, so you giving off energy for a task or a service and for a couple pieces of paper, right? So instead of paying, what am I saying? So instead of paying, everybody else first, pay yourself first, then pay your bills, okay? So let's add that into your toolbox, okay? Pay yourself first before you pay your bills. I hope that makes sense. And that way, you're gonna use this strategy for about 1 year to 3 years, and in that time frame, you're gonna start preparing for your next investment. And that way, you'll have some working, capital or income at your disposal to work with. I hope that makes sense. But we're gonna talk more about these, paying yourself first, and the 7 cures to a lean purse, okay? All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. So with anything we discuss, guys, we got that law of polarity, right? Each letter or alphabet has a numerical value. Each number carries its own vibration, like we've been discussing, energy, quality, and attributes. So the initials of your name can really give you a true, clear indication of your personality traits. Okay, so it's all about leaving no stone unturned in your life. For the sake of this presentation, we're using the Pythagorean numerology system here. So let's line some things up real quick. So of course we got the number 1. So many and the reason why I'm mentioning this, many of you guys gonna see a lot of different synchronicity. Your spiritual team, the universe, gonna send you a lot of synchronicity signs and symbols, 11 11 22, right? And so this way you can have some working knowledge, to piece together the story to what these numbers and letters combinations actually mean to you, not to me. All right, so I'm gonna give you some working knowledge, right? The basics, but you gotta build a relationship with these numbers so you can figure out what these numbers and sequences and signs and symbols, synchronicity, means to you. Okay, during your experience. It's all about you, okay, not about me. So with that being said, we got number 1, which, with these numbers and letters here, it deals with what? Manifestation, pioneer, leading. You get it? 2, it's all about union, cooperation, partnership, relationship. 3, new growth, expression, communication, expansion, big business. 4, foundations, value, service, providing a service, having proper plans, goals. 5 is all about strategy, learning a whole bunch of lessons through experiences, right? And through them experiences make you wise, right? But it's all about expansion, visionary, adventure, freedom, flexibility. 6 is love. It's also about responsibility, protection, nurturing, balance, sympathy, right? 7 is all about that spiritual growth. Many of you guys may have quite a few 7s in your chart, right? That's why you're drawn to this kind of information at this time, okay? But it's all about spiritual growth, being very analytical, asking a lot of damn questions, right? Understanding, overstanding, thyself, awareness, studious, and meditating. 8 is all about abundance, give and take, right? Reciprocity, right? And then it's deal with practical endeavors, status oriented, power seeking, high material goals. And number 9, completion, right? It's all about the humanitarian, giving, selfishness, obligation, leading by example, because you done been around the block a couple times. You got the t-shirt, you got some stickers, you've been passing them out, all right? And you here to lead by example, to usher in the new knowledge, from experience. Right? Don't talk about it, you be about it. So let's go ahead and lead on in. We got the 4 life vibration of your true self. Okay, it's all about leaving no stone unturned in your life. And I threw in the 5th one. These are the total letters in your name, right? And I call this your divine vibe, basically your true essence of you, who you are on that innermost level, right? That nobody see or hear but you, right? That's what I call it. So for the sake of training, we got, or this presentation, we got John Fitzgerald Kennedy, right? 21 letters, right? Big name. And and it's all about the way I like to do things. I like to actually investigate each number before I reduce. Okay, it's all about investigating everything. So 21 is going to give you on the surface level what? Union, manifestation, also cooperation, teamwork, partnership, relationship, leading, new beginnings, fresh start, being very independent, right? Which leads to a number 3. And number 3 is all about what? New growth. Okay, expression, communication, big business. Kind of sound like the guy on the true essence already, right? So now let's move on to the soul vibe. This is like your heart center. It's all about the heart chakra right about now. These consist of the vowels, using in all the names on your birth certificate. Okay, this is going to give you your secret self, who you truly are at your heart center. And these can include all the vowels, right? And we know they A, E, I, O, U, and Y, right? And then for the sake of this, for John Fitzgerald, we got O here. Where is O? O falls under 6. And then we have I falls under 9. You get it? With a sum total of 31. Okay? And it's all about leaving no stone unturned. Before we reduce, what does 3 give us? New growth. 1 give us manifestation. We've been over this before, right? And as you see, you'll start to see these numbers repeat themselves, right? So anytime you see numbers repeat themselves in your chart, put a circle around them, square, whatever you want to do, but put a mark next to them, and you really want to focus on that number because it sticks out a lot, and it's going to give you more of a true essence of who you are and some things to align your frequency and vibration with to get things rolling. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So, and then that 3 and a 1 leads to a 4. 4 is all about foundation. It's all about plans, goal, organization, structure, security, right? And that being said, let's move on to the personality vibration. We got those consist of the consonants, right? This is going to give you your image. This is the sum of all the consonants using all the names given on your birth certificate. This is going to give the image that you project out to the world, and this is how others really see you, okay? So for, again, let's give you some examples here. J falls under what? 1. H falls under what? 8. And then we got N falls under what? 5. So with a sum total of what? 76. Let's break that down. 7 is spiritual growth and love, and then that's going to equal what? 13. That's going to lead to what? Manifestation, new beginning, fresh start, leadership, and then new growth, expansion, communication, being of service, big business, community. And then that's going to lead to what? That number 4 again. You see how these numbers keep repeating themselves? 3, 1, 1, 3, 4. You get it? All right, destiny vibration. This is all the letters in your name summed up. Not the total letters, but summed up, right? This is going to give you your purpose, another aspect of you, all right? This is sum of all the letters, including the vowels and consonants of all the names at birth. This is going to give you your composite self, your career, your purpose in this life. You can change your name, and it's going to change your life direction, okay? So please investigate these nicknames that you're using, because you are speaking the energy, frequency, and vibration into your universal space and reality, okay? So if that vibration is not giving you the people, place, and event that you need, you may want to investigate that, or at least align yourself up with that vibration, because you may not be aligning yourself up with that vibration accordingly. So just do your own due diligence, okay? But for the sake of this, we got JFK, all the letters, vowels and consonants, right? It's going to give us a sum total of 107. And with the, the 0 again, guys, this is letting you know this is a connection with source, your higher self within you. All right. This is as a key reminder of, stay on your spiritual path. All right. And also listen to that, your inner voice. That's where all the answer lies. Okay. But it's all about your spiritual growth and transformation on your hero's journey. Okay, guys. So, and it also going to amplify, and each number that is next to. So this 8 will end up being what? 8 plus 8 equal what? 16. Okay, but for the sake of training, we're just going to keep it simple. 1 plus 7 equals what? 8. And we already talked, before we break it down, 1 is what? Manifestation. 7 is spiritual growth. You see these numbers keep repeating themselves. Then we got the 0. It's all about source and spiritual, your spiritual path. Staying aligned with your higher self, which leads to what? 8. 8 is all about earned wealth, right? We talked about that before. It's practical endeavors, status oriented, big business, for the country, right? And lastly, let's talk about life lesson. This is also your life path number. So once you calculate this life path number, you can go back to my life path presentation and find your number, and I'll give you some of my takeaways and give you some expectations that I encountered, with individuals, with these vibrations. Okay, it's all about leaving no stone unturned, but trust your own intuition. So your life lesson or your fate equals your date of birth. So the sum of all the numbers using the birthday is going to equal your fate number. Okay. So when you master them and succeed, or you'll be limited by them, and that's going to delay, your life game. Okay. So your name may change, like we talked about up here. You can go by all these different nicknames, but now that you know better, you're going to do better, investigate that. But your name may change, but not your fate or your life path, because this is your arrival date to your earth school. Okay. All right. So for the sake of training, I'm gonna give you another takeaway here. Investigate your entire birth, all the birth numbers you have and how they line up, just like we have it here: month, date, year. Okay. And this can give you your different stages in your life: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Okay, if that makes sense. But for the sake of training, let's just keep it simple. We're going to sum things up, which equals what? 34. So it's all about leaving no stone unturned, new growth. All right. And foundation, which leads to a 7, which is what? Spiritual growth. And that pretty much was the story of his life before he was assassinated, right? He was ushering in some new information about some things that's happening on the planet, give people proper expectation on the spiritual level about source within themselves. But for some reason, he got taken, let me slow down. Things happen, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm gonna give you some more of my takeaways, but in this presentation, also pay attention to these life lessons. So if you do have vowels in your name, these are gonna, gonna give you your life lessons in your name. Okay, so again, numbers are the highest degree of knowledge. It is knowledge itself. I repeat, knowledge is the highest degree of knowledge. It is knowledge itself. One more time, numbers are the highest degree of knowledge. It is knowledge itself. Okay, so it's all about keeping, leaving no stone unturned. Investigate your life. Okay, you have a purpose and a mission to fulfill, and these numbers really going to help you align to your own personal frequency and vibration, so you can get those results and get better synchronicity with yourself and the universe. Okay, I hope that makes sense so far. So as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. We all still have that truth still with us, but it's not found in books to any given extent, right? It's been passed along from lips to ear, like we've been doing, and when it was written down at all, it meaning was veiled in terms of what alchemy and astrology, so only those possessing the key could read it. All right, this is from the 3 Initiatives to Combat, and I highly encourage you to invest in that book. Okay, it's going to include these 7 Hermetic principles too. Okay, all right, at this time, I'm here to remind you of your greatness, to give you a quick tune up so you can tune into yourself. Okay, it's been you all along. All right, don't give away your power like that. Okay, reflection. All right, but it's time to unlock the universe within you, because what you are your own universe. Again, each letter of the alphabet has a numerical value, right? Each number carries its own vibration, energy, qualities, and attributes. The initials of the name can give you a clear indication of your personality traits. And with anything we discuss, guys, we have polarity, right? Good side, not so good side, a masculine, feminine aspect, but we can always work on thyself, right? So let's lead on in. Let me get you guys out of here. So with the letter M, what does that fall on? The number 4. 4 is what? All about foundation, values, service, and also about plans, goals, organization, steady growth. And also, let's talk about it, on a with number 4, it's all about spirituality, stability, and solid foundation. Now, the first initial M is generally extremely loyal, hardworking, security conscious, with traditional values and high morals and ethics. And these individuals are self-confident and is therefore likely to achieve success in their lives. Now, M's are generally, work-oriented, workaholics, right? With a plan and organization for everything they do. They very meticulous. Okay, the M's, these M individuals need to be, disciplined and have a high standard of honesty for them to really manifest things in their life. Okay, so they can feel secure. Now, M, does not want to be told what to do. It can quickly become argumentative and suddenly aggressive when pushed beyond their patience and endurance. Okay, so be mindful of that. All right, now M's are cautious and do not jump into anything impulsively. Now, on the flip side, negative aspect, people with the letter M as their initial can be workaholics, like I mentioned to you before. Now let's lead on in with the N equals a 5, right? And 5 is all about what? Strategy, expansion, visionary, adventure, learn a whole bunch of life lessons, right? And then initial N is generally active, daring, non-conventional, unpredictable, and attracted by the physical senses and indulgences. So number 5, if you have this 5 vibration, please be mindful, of having addiction, or being encouraged to have addiction toward any kind of like either sex or drugs or alcohol. Okay, because you have a certain energy, and I have this vibration in my chart too, and your 5 senses are very strong. Okay, taste buds, hearing, sight, you got it. So with that being said, you can be easily influenced in the wrong direction. I've been there. Okay, so but let's lead on in. Logical, these individuals are logical and resourceful, and they can be very persuasive, right? As you can see, N is a natural detective. They are very intellectual, versatile, investigative, and imaginative. They welcome change and experience into their life and need freedom of thought, action, ideas, and lifestyle, to really feel comfortable in their lives. Now, N's more often, unconventional and do not, don't follow the crowd, because these individuals are self-leaders. They were, instead of following the crowd going in the wrong direction, they really follow themselves. Okay, but instead of winging it. And with that being said, they are more, they have more accepted modes of life than, the norm, in other words. Now, N's are very intuitive, outgoing, but on the negative side, they can be very susceptible to fits of jealousy. Okay, and be mindful of that. And as we get ready to close things out, we have what? O. And O is a what? A number 6. And with the number 6, right, it deals with what? Love, and also responsibility, protection, nurturing, balance, and sympathy. Now, when it comes to the life lesson with the letter O, it's all about what? Innocence. Now, the letter O indicates that you are learning. You are learning to live in your own essence, right? Your own essence. And it's all about living in the moment, the present moment, because you know that the past, present, and future is happening right now. So it's all about what are you doing right now, living in the moment and being true to yourself and not, being authentic, not a clone or a copycat. Because once you know you have knowledge of self, you don't want to be nobody else but your damn self, right? So as we close things out, the number 6 is the mother number, right? And it symbolizes the responsibility and service which needs to be achieved through what? Love, nurturing, and protection. Now, the 6th vibration represents what? Truth, order, justice, and economy. Ma'at, right? Names beginning with the letters O are trailblazers, torchbearers, researchers, and teachers of the world. And these are the people that really are the ones that's going to show people the way. All right. They are leaders, motivators, and idealistic visionaries who are well aware of their own innate powers. Okay. Now, on the flip side or the negative side, the drawback of being an old person is being, is being a bit of a drama queen or a king at times, because you're so busy taking care of the needs of other people, because you're so focused on where you're going, and when you need help from time to time, and that's not so often, right? There's nobody around to help you. So be mindful that you surround yourself with the people that's gonna help you, gonna be there for you when you need a little assistance. Okay, so don't burn yourself out. All right. Number 6. But guys, this has been my takeaway when it comes to name numerology and what your initial means, the letters M through O. And remember, numbers are the highest degree of knowledge. I repeat, numbers are the highest degree of knowledge. Okay, it is knowledge itself. Let me say it one more time. Knowledge are the highest degree of knowledge. It is knowledge itself. And this has been all about what the initials of your first name, your entire name, and your date of birth means to you in numerology. Okay, and be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. We will be back with our next presentation with letters P through R. And as always, our purpose and mission require to learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain the experience and knowledge for our soul's growth. It's never too late to rewrite your story if you're living in the present moment, because all you got to do is just do it now. Be intentional with everything matters. Earth is a school. Okay, use those 7 hermetic principles as you level up on your own hero's journey. You're gonna make some mistakes, but those mistakes are gonna make you wise on your path. Okay, but you're gonna share your knowledge and wisdom with people. You're gonna teach people how to help themselves, right? And you're gonna trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy, and you know for a fact that your thoughts, beliefs, words, emotions, and actions gonna equal your reality and your results, and not your job. And that at this present time, I'll keep reminding you, okay, to no matter how big or small your income, your cash flow you got coming in, because I know you working on yourself, right? Always pay yourself 10% first. Okay, they're paying you this money for in exchange for your energy that you're giving them. You're providing a service, or you doing something for them or for yourself, right? To get the money, right? So a lot of people tend to forget to pay themselves first. So go by that 10% rule and pay yourself first. Okay, reflection. All right. So before you pay your bill, pay yourself 10% first. No matter if it's 10 cents, $10, right, or $100, pay yourself first. And over a year to 3 years time, you'll have some working capital, some extra cash flow that you need at your disposal for your next investment, because you're always looking ahead for your next investment. What's the next step in life, right? So that's what it's all about, guys. So we will be back with our next presentation soon. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.